Hi guys, this is Asal, and today I want to make a quick video for you to talk about international humanitarian law. So just take a second and ask yourself, what is international humanitarian law? I'm going to go ahead and describe it for you. So, when we have war, there are a set of rules that are agreed upon on how this war is to be conducted to keep the civilians safe. And that's where international humanitarian law comes from. These rules outline how targets may be legally attacked so that civilians are not actually injured. And these are based on three principles: the principle of proportionality, the principle of distinction, and the principle of precaution. I'm going to go ahead and describe each principle for you, and I'm going to start with distinction. Distinction. This means that when there is an attack, they must distinguish between the civilians and the enemy combatants. They cannot go ahead and attack everywhere. For example, they cannot go ahead and attack hospitals or schools. They must distinguish between where is a hospital, where is a school, and actually where is the military. The next principle that I would like to describe for you is the principle of proportionality. So what do I mean by proportionality? I mean that when there are attacks, these attacks are prohibited if they're not proportional. This means that they must make sure that when they're attacking a military base, there aren't any incidental civilian human losses, like no other human is dying there. And the next thing would be precautions. What is the principle of precaution? It's in the word. This means that when they're trying to attack, they must make sure and make precautions so that the civilians are safe, so that they don't go ahead and attack civilians. So I really have to keep this video under 3 minutes so that I can post it on TikTok. But before I wrap up this video, I would like to distinguish between international humanitarian law and human rights law, because these two are separate. There's a human rights law. I made a whole video on that. And then there's the international humanitarian law. And the difference is that the international humanitarian law applies at a time of war, whereas human rights law applies at all times. So when you think about international humanitarian law, think about the law of war. And when you think about human rights law, think about at all times how the governments must make sure that they're not killing their people and keeping their people safe. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.